Good morning, good afternoon, all of you Clash of Clanians out there, and welcome to another video with Prox Harry. And today I'm doing a few Town Hall 5 defense layouts that work fairly well, and I'll be going over a couple of the features of each base. So this base, you have your central compartment where you have your clan castle, which should be always stocked up with good troops, or some troops of some kind. You've got your mortar, your wizard tower, which are your splash defences, which are kind of your prize, kind of the defences, your prize defences, the ones that you want to keep safe. So those are very central to make it harder for all the troops to get to them, and so is your air defence, so that they can't just wipe that out and just completely destroy your base with balloons or whatever it may be. Your town hall's outside, so most people will just send a couple of troops in to destroy the town hall, and then they'll just end the battle, and you'll lose like 5 trophies, let's say, and all your loot that you've got is safe, especially if you've got like 1,000,000 of it like me. So I definitely want to keep that safe, so that's why my town hall's on the outside with this base. And yeah, I've got a Christmas tree. But as well as that, I'll just move on to the next one now, because I think that's all I need to tell you about it. Your arch towers are in a triangle, the same with your cannons, so there is a lot of there's thought behind it, and the spring traps are in between those two walls there. I have the walls like that so that the giants are forced to walk through that, as opposed to just kind of walk anywhere over 3 tiles, so they'll be forced to go through that gap. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, so this is the next one. The town hall is central, so you can use this if you are on a trophy push, to get into higher trophies, basically. The downside to this, though, is that you've got your cannon and your arch tower on the outside, but I suppose it doesn't matter too much as long as you've got most of your buildings protected, defense-wise. Also, if you can make use of all the decorations, it does make your base seem a little bit bigger than it actually is to an attacker, because when they look at it, it just looks that bit bigger. If you can use if you can place your decorations wisely. I've also got spring traps, I think there, on either side of, kind of next to these walls, in that little gap between the elixir collector and the walls. I have spring traps there. I've got air mines kind of in that corner there, if you can just see there, air mines there, fairly spread out, because if they do attack with air troops, they'll take out this air defense, and then depending on which side they kind of base their attack on, hopefully one of these 2 air mines should get to whatever's attacking it, my base. So yeah, that's how this one works. And also each of the each of the collectors, storages, are fairly spread out and are all in 4 different compartments, because this is a kind of a 4-compartment base. So that's kind of how that works. And anyway, on to the next one. Unfortunately, there is one downside to using this base, though. The air defense isn't very well protected. But you could easily switch it out for maybe a cannon more. Anything in the base, really, you could switch the air defense out for. But anyway, on to the next base. Also, one last thing to note about this base is that it is a trophy hunting base, so you don't want people 3-starring you, but if they are going to try and 3-star you, then hopefully you can see a builder slot on that side, builder slot on that side of the base, and a lab down there. That means that once they destroy the main section of the base, if they get that far, they'll have to run all the way around your base, trying to destroy the last of the buildings, which hopefully would hopefully make the time limit reach before they've destroyed all the buildings, so at the most they'll hopefully only get 2 stars, but that'll be very hard. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, so this is the last base I'm going to be showing you today. So this is it. It's kind of similar to the first base we saw, with the little internal compartment with the splash defense and the air defense. But the way this works is it kind of stops air attacks, because air attacks are very hard to defend against. But this base kind of does the trick. So if you're getting attacked by a lot of whatever air troop it may be, you could use this defense guide. So you've got your air defense that's kind of covering all that part of the base, the bottom kind of quadrant, or the bottom section of your base. That air defense at level 3 is it can, like I'd said, 2 or 3 shots can take down a balloon. So balloons are going to get stuck at the cannons. And then if that's saying if it is a balloon attack, but healers could probably go down in about 5 hits, so not too much of a problem. I mean, the arch towers could just easily take down balloons and healers from that side, and the air defense from this side. So that's why that works. The mortars are all central, and that's what you generally want, to have your mortars all central. And there's only one defensive structure outside the walls, so that's all great. And each storage is in a different compartment, which helps, basically. It helps stop attackers getting into one section of your base and getting into the other. So if they got into this section of the base, they're not necessarily guaranteed to get into this section of the base, or this one, or this one. So that's why that works. I've also made use of all my decorations to make our base look a little bit bigger. Otherwise it'd look a bit blank down at the bottom. But anyway, town halls on this outside. So hopefully they'll just send in a couple of troops. You'll lose maybe 1,000 elixir or gold or something, and they'll just end the battle anyway, just so they can get some trophies. So it's generally, if you have a lot of loot, a lot of like gold and elixir, you should have your town hall on the outside to protect it. It just kind of helps protect it in a little way, I suppose. And then I've got my laboratory on this side, just in case they are going for a 3-star. It'll take them a longer time to destroy my whole base. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see all you Clash of Clans later. Until then, keep clashing.